Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm doing a preview of Pasteles, an upcoming game about running a pastry shop. And as always, I take no money from publishers for my previews. I just want to show off the game so you can make an informed decision. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So it's funny, when I first agreed to cover this game and heard it was called Pasteles, that is a dish that my wife's Puerto Rican family makes pretty frequently, which is not a pastry at all. It's like a savory thing with meat inside and such. But yeah, this one is about running a pastry shop. As far as I understand, that's what it means in Spain, as opposed to Puerto Rico. And how the game works, it's a solo game. You are going to be playing different recipes, different scenarios, and they will be telling you how many days you play for, what your starting stuff is, how many people you get to hire, how much your equipment might break down. And then the big thing is how you are going to fold these little sheets to create these sort of recipe-ish places for you to put these polyomino style tokens to fulfill the desires of customers to earn money and earn more ingredients. So customers will both give you the cash you need generally to win a scenario, but also the stuff you need to keep on cooking. I'm going to show you recipe number 3 because this is getting past the tutorial-ish phase of things, and we'll kind of show off the full game a bit more. And we'll just kind of jump in and I'll explain things as we go because it's a pretty straightforward, fun time. So first you have a little narrative thing for each scenario. It's a chaotic week while you train a lot of new employees, and the busy season has started. A special pastry is popular this week and it has to be delicious and have fewer ingredients. Choose your decorations carefully and use them well when baking this week. Okay, then to show you a few things, so it says standard victory, I have to get $60 by the end of the week. Sometimes you have different things besides money for your victory conditions, but here's just money. Gourmet victory, if I want to try the scenario a few times and really succeed, I want to get 80 by the end of the week. So far, I've not been able to do that for any of the recipes. This one has special rules. Each folded pastry, you'll see those in a second, can have a maximum of 3 tokens placed on it. And these are pretty big ones. So generally in this scenario, in this recipe, I want to have bigger ingredient tokens. Then I've got the weekly prep. I'm going to start with $10 and 3 of those exact shapes, a 2x2, a sort of Tetris-y T shape, and a 3-space corner shape. And then we've got this little day track, so we're going to play through 5 rounds, 5 days. And in this case, I'm going to hire a new staff member. Geez, every day. This recipe is something. Because the staff members give you bonus ingredients and things, and special powers, but they also have to be paid a wage. So by the end of the week, geez, I'll be paying 5 people. And then also in this scenario, I'm going to draw an equipment card, a malfunction card each round, which might make my stuff break down in the kitchen. And then down here are the recipe steps. So this is really how things are going to be different in recipe to recipe. You're making different shapes because you have these 5x5 sheets that can be folded. And like in this case, for the first part of the recipe, I'm going to make a 2x5 rectangle. So I got to fold the 5x5 sheet to have that shape. And then I'll put tokens on it to feed customers. And then I do that again for a second 3x3 shape and then a 3x4 shape. And this is what we're talking about. This is what they look like. So these are little like flexible kind of napkin sort of 5x5 things. And I'm like folding them to turn it into, it's hard to do it in the air, to turn it into like a 2x5 or something. And that'll reveal different of these little icons, which match up with the things customers like. And I am covering them to fulfill the needs of the customer. So that's kind of the basic idea of the game. But let's jump in with day 1. So we're getting 10 money out of the 60 we need to earn by the end, and those 3 shapes I mentioned. And now we're going to gain employees or lose employees. Here we're gaining 1. And we have a set of 3 to choose from, a little offer, or we can draw from the top of the deck. So to zoom in on Margot for a second and kind of talk about what's going on, in the upper right is her wage. I have to pay her each day, in this case 3. At the bottom left is her special ability. In this case, when I would lose 1 market level from unfulfilled customers, which you'll see when we get into actually feeding people, then I lose 1 less. So she will help me not suffer as much if I do a bad job, basically. And then in the bottom right are the ingredients she provides. In this case, a single little 1-space strawberry token and a 2x1 token. Which is honestly not that great for a scenario where I'm limited to 3 tokens placed on each pastry sheet. I want bigger ones, which makes Jorge and Camila look a little better. All right, so Camila is 2 Wade, so way cheaper. Her ability is when I earn tokens from a customer, you may choose to move those tokens in your personal supply once per round. Basically, when you complete customers, you can either get their money or get their ingredient tokens. But usually, if you get the ingredient tokens, they go in your fridge until the next day. But Camila would let me use one of them immediately and just be able to feed more people in a round. Pretty good, pretty good. How about Jorge? Okay, Jorge cost me 4, which is the most expensive of all of these. His power is when I serve a customer with at least one, what is that, like a raspberry? Well, anyway, one red icon, I earn $1. And he also gives me another T shape, which is certainly going to be better for this scenario. Now, am I going to fire off his ability twice to actually make up the difference between him and Camilla? Probably not. So yeah, you know what? I am going to go for her for right now. Yes, her ingredient is not that great, but she's cheap, and she's the one I'm going to have to pay 5 times as opposed to the other people I add. And, I can still use a 2x1 for something, I'm sure. And you do fill back in, so we'll look at Raphael when we hire somebody next day. Okay, now we go to an equipment check. So the scenario day said to draw one of these cards. Here are dishwashers potentially on the fritz, but how this works is the deck contains 2 copies of each card. So the first card you draw is just a warning. The dishwasher could break. Nothing actually happens yet. And there's 2 effects on the bottom. There's always going to be one that has a money cost. That's if you want to repair the equipment at the end of the round. In this case, if I pay 2, and it does give you, besides just making this equipment safe, because since you'll never pair up the card, even if I draw the other dishwasher card, it'll do nothing to me. But in addition to that peace of mind, I get an immediate bonus. In this case, I may optionally hire 1 additional employee. Geez, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to have enough. And then at the bottom, it shows what will happen if I get the other dishwasher in the future. It says I have to discard 1 employee of my choice. Well, actually, that sounds fine because I have too many for this scenario. So no, we're going to let the dishwasher be about to break. And if we piss off an employee because they have to wash the dishes by hand, so it goes. Okay, and finally, I can increase my market share. So what does that mean? I can pay the amount indicated on the space next to where it is, because it starts all the way here on the left, to move it to the right. So eventually it becomes 2 and then 3 and then 4 money. And this is the number of customers I'm going to be able to serve this round. I'm going to create like a little sub deck of that many customers. Right now it'll be only 4. And on average, a customer needs 2 or 3, sometimes 4 things covered up. So like this, if I place it correctly, could serve 1 or 2 customers, 1 or 2 customers, probably about 1 customer. Oh, and I can't forget that Camilla gave me a token as well. So like realistically, if the average customer is about 3, this could serve what? About 4 customers with a little bit extra, but don't forget Camilla's power to get an extra token immediately into my supply. So let's go ahead and raise customer share once for this first round. So I'll spend 1 of my starting 10 money. So now I'll have 5 customers potentially serve. But going back to Margot's power that we had mentioned, for each customer that's left that we have not served at the end of the day, I'm going to lose market share. Now you can't go below 0, but I might have wasted $1 if I end up not being able to serve all 5 of them anyway. All right, so now our customers are so I'm building a deck off the top here of 5 cards based on my market share. And I get to see the first 3 of them. The other 2 are not revealed yet until I've served some of these people. What's going on with the customer card? At the upper right are the icons they want me to cover with 1 or more of my pieces. So here, one of those kind of, I wish I had a better name for these. Oh, actually, wait, they do have them. I never even looked at these before. Salty, savory, tart, sweet, and spicy. So she wants a pastry that's a bit savory and a bit tart. Or, white and yellow, whatever works for you. And if I serve her, she will either give me $4 or give me 3 strawberry tiles for the next round, because remember, they go right into my fridge. Unless I use Camilla's once per round ability to get one of them immediately. Okay, then this guy needs a double salty and a double sweet, and this guy wants a double savory, double sweet. And they are getting me way better stuff, because hers is pretty terrible in a scenario where I can only put up to 3 tokens on each sheet. Whereas his is going to give me tons of coverage. This one's solid too. And just to note, I don't have them yet, but he would give me a little thing like this. It is a single token, but because it has 3 little berries here, as compared to the strawberry or this purple one here, this one would let me get whichever one I cover with it. So let's say that I covered a sweet with it. It would count as 3 sweets for fulfilling customer desires. So yeah, if I serve these people, I probably want to get ingredients from 1 or both of them and just money from her. Now we go to the main action of the game where I'm going to do the recipes. So I will fold a sheet into a 2x5 rectangle. I take the topmost sheet, the one that you just saw, and this is technically a real-time part of the game for most recipes, although honestly, they let you increase the time quite a bit by the official rules, and also I think it's fine just not to do the time. I'm certainly not going to time it right now. But the idea is that you are not just actually like doing the folding to make it fit the right shape, but you're also trying to look at your customers and make sure you have as many of their icons available as possible so you can start feeding them. And you put these 3 sheets in order. There are 3 of them here. And you draw the topmost one and you see what it has. So I know I need, 3 savory overall and 2 salty, 4 sweet, a little bit of tart. So sweet and savory would be my first choice as I look for a 2x5. Ooh, so this is a pretty good one. That's 3 savory, 2 sweet. Is there any other better? I guess I could do like 3 sweet and 2 savory with that column. So sure, let's go for that. All right, so I'm just going to fold it like that. You can orient it however you like. And now there's no more real-time aspect. That's it. The only part that is officially real-time is where you are like folding the sheets to get stuff ready. Okay, so I can put these down whatever order I want. I can cover any part of the thing, and I'm trying to fulfill the desires of these dudes. So how this works is anything I cover up, I can apply to a customer, and you can build them up. So like I could cover 2 sweet here and 1 sweet here, and you can even divide them up between customers. Like if I get, 2 savory from one tile and then another savory from another one, and then I like also get the tart, I could like maybe take care of both of these people. You only lose the icons you've covered and their ability to serve customers when you decide to deal more customers, because after you've finished serving some people, you could draw the next one. You can always have it with 3 face up. Or when you choose to go on to the next step of the recipe, in this case, folding a separate 3x3 sheet, which I could then mix and match to fulfill people's desires. So I can like combo icons together, but there's going to eventually be time running out. I can't just like immediately do all of them. But here we'll see if anything is popular. By the way, you can put them in whatever orientation you want. They don't have to be like next to each other, but they can't be hanging off the sheet. So like if I want to use this one, it has to be in this very specific way. Okay, so I do have a exact match for her there. Let's see if that's what I want to do. I would also love to get sweet, savory for him, though. And don't forget, I can only use 3 tokens on each sheet. That's a special rule for the scenario, not a normal rule. But yeah, I am kind of feeling like maybe I just do this for now, get a new customer, and then maybe I can bring the new sheet out. Because bringing a new sheet out doesn't mean you can't still help the old customers. You can still put things on the old sheets. It's just that usually you want to fulfill at least 1 or 2 customers, so you know what kind of things you want to get, what new icons you need for the upcoming people. So sure, let's just go ahead and do that. So that is a savory and a tart, which is exactly what this lady wanted. She seems to be in a hurry. And again, I don't really want these ingredients. They're not going to help me too much right now. So I'm going to get 4 money from her immediately. They get discarded, and I don't have any icons, any covered up things I want to use. So I might as well reveal another customer. Oh, just 2 savory. I really need a lot of savory and a lot of sweet still. And I don't have enough salty to do this guy yet. All right, so let's go ahead and do the next part of our recipe. Again, this would technically be timed. I take the next sheet available, and I'm making it into a 3x3. So what do I want? I want a ton of savory, a little bit more sweet, a little bit more salty. Okay, so 3x3. That's a little bit too many tart to get to those ones. Yeah, so I guess I can put it down. That'll make it a little bit easier. So this could be timed. That's 3 savory, and that's 3 savory. This one also has sweet, but it doesn't have any salty, which are these ones. Although I only need 2 salty, so if I did this one, I'd get 3 savory, a little bit of sweet, and 1 more salty. I think that's like technically enough for everything I need. So whatever. I'm not supposed to be thinking about this too long because it would technically be timed. So we can fold it however we like to achieve our new shape. And there we go. All right, so. Remember, I'm not getting more pieces, but also I don't really want to get more pieces, well, except for Camilla's ability, because every ingredient tile you have goes away at the end of the day. You got to throw out your leftover ingredients. So I want to try to use these to fulfill the customers as much as possible. All right, so let's see. If I wanted to do this guy, this would be pretty perfect, right? That would get me 2 chocolate and 1 of the salty he wants. And then if I can get the other salty here, I would have him covered. But how am I going to get somebody else? Because I don't want to waste, like, all my actions. See, if I did that, and then, like, what could I do? There's no way to get, like, 2 of the savory for her. That would get a savory. That would get a, Yeah, it's not ideal. Oh, actually, okay, what if I do this? That'll get me 2 chocolate and a salty. I know I'm wasting that, but that way I can fit this in this. So 2 chocolate and a salty, and then another salty and a savory. So that gets me all the salty and chocolate for him. I've got 1 savory kind of stored up. Then I could go like that. Ah, man, I guess I got too many customers. If I can't forget I get the power, I can get another ingredient from Camilla. So what if I... Man, I don't know. I don't think I'm playing great here. What if I do this one just to finish her up and use Camilla's power with this triple to get it immediately? And that seems like it'll make it easier to serve these people. All right, so I'm going to go in and let go of the 1 yellow, the 1 tart, so I can see who my last customer is. 3. Okay. So can I possibly serve these people with all this? So she wants a tart, savory, sweet. So that would perfectly take care of her, but it wouldn't do anything else for us. But yeah, we can't really get to that tart anymore, so that would be like the best we could do for her. And we do need to get more ingredients, because otherwise all we're getting each round is from our our employees. So, I would have like nothing right now. So I could do that for her, and then I could do like this to get 2 salties, 2 sweet and a salty. And then I guess get 3 more salties, and I could do him as well. But then I wouldn't get this one. That seems like a bummer, right? I don't know. What if I did 3 savory, then 2 sweet, and then a sweet and a tart? That would take care of both of them. These worth a little bit more money, although I'm not getting the money. All right, let's try that. And I think I'm just going to get ingredients for all of them as much as I want the money so I can serve more people next time. So that's 2 3x1s, a 2x1, and 2 of these super ones that I can hopefully use better next time. And again, those all go up here for next round to be used. And then, I got nothing left. I mean, I could fold another 3x4 rectangle. Oh, hold on a second. I might still do the same thing, but really there's no need to do anything of what I just did, because I already know who all the customers are. I can just fold my last thing and give myself more options. So this one's a 3x4, so I'm getting almost the entire thing. And I want to have something that's like sweet and savory, or sweet and salty right next to each other, or just like savory and salty. Like that's pretty good right there. Sure, let's try it. All right, so I don't want to fold this. I guess like that. Is that what I said? I think so. That's all right. It's a little tough to get everything on screen at the same time. I guess I can zoom out. There we go. Because it's not like you need to read any small words or anything. So, I don't remember what I was even thinking. I mean, I could do like that. That would take care of both this person's salty and 1 of the 3 or 1 of the 4 sweets I need, and 1 of the savories. So I would need 3 more sweets and 1 savory. Wait, if I went here... I would get... I get a red that I don't need. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might still just do the same thing I did. It's a little bit easier now, though, because that's tart, salty, savory, which takes care of everything except her sweet. Then I can do 3 sweet, so that'll take care of both of them. I mean, that does put me in a slightly better position, but there's no way I can finish that guy with everything. Okay, so I'm going to do the exact same thing I did. Thanks for wasting everybody's time, Mike. Oh, no, never mind. That is a different person than I did before. Okay, so this guy is left unfulfilled, which means I update my market share back down to 4 because I made somebody unhappy. Then I'm going to pay Camilla for 2. Okay. I could choose to prepare the dishwasher, but like I already said, I don't want to. And that's the end of 1 of 5 rounds. We discard any leftover food. Unfortunately, we discard all of these. We shuffle these 3 back up, so I don't know which one I'm going to get first. And we go at it again. All right, so first I have to get a new employee. Let's see. What's Raphael about? So he only costs 3. He gets me a corner, which seems decently good. you may add one additional customer to your customer deck. So it's kind of like a free market share. And theoretically, with 2 employees getting me more tokens this round and still being able to use Camilla's ability, I should be able to, if I don't suck, serve 5 or 6 customers. Yeah, I don't want to pay Jorge's things. All right, let's go ahead and get Raphael for my second employee, which means now I'm getting both of these from Camilla and Raphael. Cool. That is, by the way, 7 tokens. Remember, in this scenario, the most I'm able to place in total is 9, 3 per sheet. Okay, then I get another breakdown. Hopefully it's not a dishwasher. Nope, this time it's the mixer. So I can, at the end of the round, pay 4 to gain a size 4 token of my choice and add it to my supply, so I'll be able to serve more people. Or if it ends up breaking with the second card, I remove the tokens from your personal area that match those on your employee cards. Which means I would basically gain and then lose all those extra tokens. That's pretty rough. I might actually repair this one. And by the way, I did end up with 11 money. Well, unless I increase market share, which I definitely want to, right? Well, Raphael's letting me add 1 for free. Should I go for 6 people? I don't know. Sure, I'll pay 1 to increase market share, and then I'll use Raphael's ability, although I don't need to get 6 customers, and we'll see what happens. Because, sometimes you'll get a bunch that only need 2 things, and then they're a lot easier to serve, although they get you less stuff. Although it doesn't seem to be the case right now. Man, that is a lot of salty, isn't it? Oh, and finally somebody wants spicy. We didn't get any of that last round. All right, here we go. First one. So this is going to be my 2x5. And what do I want? I want a lot of salty, maybe some tart. Ooh, I kind of like this actually right here, because that's going to let me do an entire customer by itself. Let's try to do this right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, just to show you what I'm looking at. This person, where was it? Wants salty, savory, spicy. Salty, spicy. Wait, did I just make that up? Oh, it's over here. So I think when I folded it, I moved it. Yeah, and I've got a lot of stuff. But let's go ahead, just because it's so perfect, and do that, right? So that completely fulfills this customer. She could get me a 2x2. I'm not sure if I'll need it yet. And I do need some money to win, so let's maybe get the 7. I'm never quite sure when I should get ingredients, when I should get money. Well, nah, a 2x2 will definitely be useful. I'll go ahead and put that in my fridge for later. All right, and I can go ahead and reveal the next customer. More spicy, okay. Ooh, they want that exact thing. That's great. I mean, I don't have the exact. I could go like that, though, or I could go like boop, boop, although I should probably wait for later for those. That would also get me a sweet. I mean, maybe I'll just bring out my next recipe, although, again, completing more people earlier is usually better. Oh, wait a second. Dude, am I right? So that will deal with them. And then I think sweet, spicy, salty. Holy crud. Boom. I've completely used this up because I only have 3 tiles. But that takes care of both of these people. That is great. And I don't want these pieces. I'm going to take the 12 money and be happy with it there. And yeah, I'm just going to get rid of this entirely because I can't possibly use it anymore. It's just taking up space because it already reached the max for this recipe. Oh, crud. I only have 2 more customers? Ugh. That's not great. Oh, man. And I need to get some more ingredients. Now I'm really glad I got the 2x2 from the other person. All right, so this next one's supposed to be a 3x3. And right away I'm seeing 2 tart here. That'd be pretty good. 2 tart and some spicy and some chocolate. Ooh, although there's just actually 2 spicy right there. That might work. I don't know if it's going to get me enough other stuff. Well, I do have this 3x1, which should help out a lot. So sure, let's keep it simple and make the 3x3 so that I have the 2 tart there. Somewhat ugly folding there, but that's okay. But I don't have anything that covers the 2 tart nicely, do I? Well, since these are the last people, I can just go ahead and get my next sheet as well. I'll have no negative for doing so. So there's a 3x4, and what do I need? I need more salty, more tart, and maybe more chocolate, although I've kind of got that covered. So salty, tart, chocolate. I mean, that seems pretty good right there, doesn't it? 3x4, salty, tart, chocolate. Sure, let's do that. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, and this is all I got to work with, because I don't really want to use Camilla's ability here. I think I can fulfill everything with this. So here, actually, that would do spicy, spicy, salty. Do I want to do that? Spicy, spicy, salty. And then I could do chocolate, chocolate, tart. So that would leave both the chocolate, chocolate people done and the spicy, spicy person done. And it would get me 1 salty and 1 tart of hers, which then makes it incredibly easy to get, I'm wasting the 3 of a kind here again, but to get the one. All right. So I'm just getting their ingredients. I don't want his singles, but I will take his $5. All right, cool. I perfectly served everyone that time. Great. So my market share doesn't decrease at all, of course. I do have to pay 5 for my employees. So I'm at 22. Remember, I need to get to 60 by the end of the week. Oh, do I want to repair the mixer? Yeah, I really don't want that to go negative, so I'll spend 4, unfortunately. But I get to get a size 4 token of my choice. So what do I not have? I've got this and this. Could get this or this. I kind of like this one better. And now, even if I draw the other copy of the mixer, I am 100% safe from it. And that's it. We're going to day 3. And we get another employee. Oh, we got new boy Diego here. He costs 2. He gets me 2 strawberries. If you cover 2 matching icons, you may treat those icons as a single icon of either type. So like if I cover 2 sweet, I could say they're 1 salty. It's not very economical. What is economical is that he only costs 2. But yeah, I don't love, like, Jorge's ability doesn't really interest me that much. Although, I mean, I'm going to, like, in that last round, I guess I served 3 people with spiciness, so I would have actually paid off. Maybe it's better than I thought, and that's going to get me the 1 type of 4 token I don't have yet, so that's cool. I do, though, get the tiles from all my people, so how much is this? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, so if I use Camilla's ability, I can get max 9 that I can use, but otherwise I'm kind of good for this round, and these are biggins, so I should be able to make them work. And I think I can get to at least 7 customers, so Raphael will get me 1, and I'll increase my market share again to 6. Oh, wait, first I got to do the equipment, cash register. So the bonus if I pay 3 is I can hire another employee. No, I don't want to do that. If I let it break, I flip a customer card from the top of the deck. I must pay the same amount in money that customer would pay. Then pay the customer card. Oh my gosh, this would just cost me a ton of money if it went off, but hopefully it won't. Pretty low odds with only 2 more draws. All right, so I'm getting 7 customers because I'm using Raphael's ability to get me an extra 1. And don't forget, anybody that's got some spiciness is going to get me some money to pay Jorge off. All right, here are our starting people. They want salty, they want savory, they want tart, they want spicy, they don't want sweet at all. All right, so let's do my 2x5. Who can I serve here? I don't know, maybe a bit basic, but I do see that I can perfectly serve this customer right here, so let's just take it and not worry about the rest, because again, I'm supposed to be simulating time pressure here. All right, do I have a corner, don't I? Yes. Now, do I want to? No, I don't want any sweets. So, like, literally, this is like a line of demarcation I don't want to cross. All right, so that's going to perfectly serve him. Do I want his ingredients? A 2 and a triple. Honestly, I think I just want the money for this guy. And no spicy for him. Let's go and see another customer. Oh, wow, that's perfect. Let's go and serve her, I guess, right? Sure. And should I get a corner or 4? I mean, I've still got 6 more pieces to serve 5 more people. Although 2 of these people are big, so I'm probably not going to serve them with a single piece. They always get the money for her, too. We'll see what happens. Except again, I'm getting more and more pieces from my employees, so I need a lot of money. All right, let's see who's next. I can still put 1 down here. Oh, wow. Okay, so now I'm getting a little bit worried that I'm getting too many easy people. All right, that almost gets her, but yeah, I definitely need to do my next sheet. Okay, so this is the 3x3, and I really want spiciness and tartness. That seems pretty good right there, doesn't it? So sure, let's go for that. All right, here we go. Fun with Mike folding. That's extra ugly. All right, so what did I want to do? So tartness, spiciness. Well, speaking of, I didn't cover anybody with spicy yet. No, not for that guy's ability. All right, I got like a ton of stuff. But I still have 2 unseen customers, so I really want to try to serve some of these people before I flip again. Oh, I've got a 4x1. I forgot about that. That would get me both spices and a tart to potentially do that person. And it also get me a savory, which I don't think I'm going to get that person at the same time. I mean, I could, of course, also just do 2 tarts for her and kind of save myself some time. Ooh, what if we do this? This is going to get me savory, salty. Savory, salty. And then this is going to get me tart, salty, which will complete both of these left ones. Love that. All right, so I do feel like I should use... Well, should I use Camilla's power? Well, I definitely want to get this person's ingredients, because that's fantastic for next round. I'm just not sure if I should use Camilla's power to keep one of them. So I'm going to have 3 more customers with 4 big tiles. I feel like I might be okay. And for her, I think I'll just take the 5 because I'm already up with my my employees to having 7 tiles out of the 9 I can actually play. So yeah, let's get the money. All right, now we can see our final people before we do anything. Okay, geez. So I need tons of spicy, tons of salty, tons of tart, nothing else. That's a little limiting. But worst case, if I can complete one of them, I can then use Camilla's ability to get a tile to finish the rest. But yeah, now that I know everything, let's go ahead and fold our last one. All right, so I've got 2 of the 4 spicy I need right here. I've got 1 of the 3 salty I need. I've got 1 of the 3 tart. So I want a little bit more spicy, a lot more tart and salty. There's a 3x4. Spicy, tart, salty. Spicy, tart, salty. Although I needed 2 more salties. So maybe it's 3x4. I could go like that or like that. I feel like that's maybe better. All right, there we go. Oh, I guess we can get rid of this one. We've used everything. All right, I really don't want to use Camilla's ability because I want to have more stuff for next turn because I could still hold like 2 more ingredients. I want to get some cash and I want to get these salty people to benefit from Jorge's ability. All right, so the 4x1 is only going to work on here. And I don't want any sweet. So I guess like that would be okay. What would that get me? 1 spicy, 1 tart. That's it. I mean, this would be way better because that would get me 3 things I want, but then I'm really locking myself out from being able to do anything else. So sure, I mean, I guess that'll be, what is that? A spicy and a tart. And then could do like that. That would get me another spicy and 2 more tart, which would finish them off and leave a spicy for them. Sure. Okay, so I'm doing that, spicy and a tart. I'm doing this, 2 spicy, 3 tarts. The rest I can't use. So 2 spicy, 2 tarts. So I have 1 tart left over for him. I'm going to get the ingredients for this guy, and I'm going to use Camilla's ability to get me a 2x1, so I have some flexibility here to fit things in. And then he gives me another 2x1 and a 2x2. All right, so that's it for him. And then I get a money from Raphael's ability since he... Jorge's ability since he had a spicy. Okay. And I still have... What was it? I still have a tart for him. And I need to... Oh, shoot. I need to get... There's no way for me to get these. And... All right, so I'm not going to fulfill 1 customer. I messed up with my spacing. But I've got a tart. Yeah, what I'm saying is I can't get all 3 of the salty ones because I have nothing that can fit in right there, and I couldn't put 3 more pieces anyway. So I'll just try to get this guy because he's worth more. So this will get me salty, spicy, spicy, and that'll get me another salty, and I'll not waste the thing there, and I'll waste that token. That sucked. I don't need more ingredients, so I'm just going to get 8 money from this person plus another one from Jorge's power. And that's it. This goes away. And my market share drops because my man here didn't get his food. And I got up to 42, but I got to pay 9. That definitely stings, but I'm halfway there, and, things are clearly ramping up. Then I have 2, 4, 5 ingredients, and I'm going to get 4 more for my employees. So I'm at the max 9. I mean, they might not be the perfect ones I need to use, but that's pretty darn nice. And yeah, I'm not repairing equipment because I don't want more employees. All right, so 2 more days. We go to day 4. And I got to hire somebody else. Julieta. I don't really want a 4x1. We saw how hard that was to use in this scenario, and she costs 4. Earn $2 for each visible salty icon in a corner of your pastry. That's weird. Margot's not that bad. She would give me some more flexibility in pieces, even though I don't necessarily need them. And certainly that not losing a market share thing would save me a little bit of money. Or I could just do blind off the top of the deck. You know what? Let's try it. Pwah! We're hiring Isabel. Ooh, you may place up to 2 leftover tokens into my storage. That's awesome. And she's going to really work well with Camilla. And she gets me a 3x1, which nobody else is getting me yet. I dig that. And how much does she cost? 3? Okay. Man, I really want that dishwasher to come and force me to fire one of my employees so that I don't lose so much money every round. All right, but let's get my ingredients. So I'm getting another 2x1, another 3x1, a corner, and a tea. Let's see what we got. Nope, it's the refrigerator. I can pay 3 to get a 2-size token. Meh. Or I lose 6 if I draw another one. Well, I think I'll just take the chance. And I almost got to 7 the last round. Hope springs eternal. Let's try again. So I'll pay 1 to raise my market share. And I'm going to use Raphael's ability to get a 7th person. Let's bring all this stuff over. All right, so I've got a nice assortment of shapes, although, gosh, that's going to be hard to use, and that's going to be a little hard to use. These are nice, though, for some flexibility with those. All right, who have we got? Sweet, salty, and spicy. All right, this kid likes it spicy, I guess. That's cool. And, ooh, 8 money. These ones are terrible, but at least they'll be easy to serve. And I'm getting my 2x5. I really want to try to, like, knock these people out unless I can get her. So let's see, a 2x5. Sweet, sweet, salty, salty. I guess I could actually do it there. Using, like, a couple things. Or if I just want to knock them out with sweet and salty. I mean, that would complete one of them. And I guess if I, like, did this one, I would also be able to get the other thing. You know, I really like the idea of getting rid of one of the big people that's going to be harder to serve. So let's do this bottom set of rows here. All right, so I want to do Blount, which I have a 3 for, and then I guess a 2 would be the best way to go here. Sure, and that'll leave me like some flexibility if I want to jump in with something there. So bow, I got sweet, sweet, spicy, spicy. I'm wasting a tart, but so it goes. And I think I get the money. That is 8 plus 1 from serving somebody with a spicy. Gets me up to 40 total. I love that. And let's see who our next friend is. Okay, so he would have wanted that tart. Ooh, dang, I wish I could have used that tart. I wish they'd come out in a different order, because look, savory, savory, tart, tart. Oh, can I even get that anymore? I guess I can with these, although I can only use one of them. Yeah, there's no way without like another 3x1 to capitalize on those. Well, either way, let's do our 3x3. All right, so I want some more tart and savory, but I also want salty and sweet. Oh, and that 2 salty together is great. And that savory and tart, like out the wazoo. Yeah, that's definitely the place. Yeah, I feel like my folding is getting worse as the video progresses. All right, there we go. So how do I want to do this? And like maybe use some of my bigger, more annoying pieces. Oh, I mean, this is pretty great. That would cover both of their 2 salties and one of his savory and tart. And then if I did like that, I get the other savory tart. I will be wasting the spicy, but that's pretty great. So yeah, let's lock that in. So that's taking care of this guy and this one, right? Yes. Yeah, love getting rid of the 4 people. Okay. So, I do need more pieces, and this one seems kind of rare, although this guy's pieces are so good. Next round will be the final round, and I'll have 5 employees. So I only need 4 more pieces to like even have the max I can use. And I might use Isabel's power to keep some tokens from this turn. So yeah, that might be a little bit of overkill, and I really want the money. So maybe let's take this one for this guy and get the money from him. So that was 8 more. I'm temporarily at 48 out of, what do I need, 60? It's tough. All right, and let's flip. We still have 1 more after this. Jeez. Okay. Yikes. That's going to be very tough to do, except with the last one. Sweet and salty, I can't really do. Sweet, salty, tart. I mean, I don't have anything good to fill those in. I don't want to do the last sheet, though, until I see what this person wants. Well, maybe we just take a chance and do the last sheet. So it is a 3x4. And I really want spicy, maybe spicy and savory, maybe a bit of sweet too. I mean, spicy, savory, sweet, and then hey, tart in case somebody wants it. That seems pretty good. Okay, I tried to fold that one nicer. I think I did okay. All right, so here's what I have left. I really need to use this 2x2 because I can't do anything otherwise. I mean, that would get me 2 sweet and a tart and a spicy. 2 sweet, a tart, and a spicy. I mean, puts me kind of close. I could do like boom and boom and just cover that entire thing up and kind of waste it. What if I instead did that? That would get me sweet tart and both spicy, which means all I would need is a salty and 2 savory. I'm kind of focusing on these people for a second. Salty and 2 savory. I mean, I could use the 2x1 to get a salty and 1 savory. I don't have enough salty in general. Okay, so what was this? This is 2 spicy, a sweet, and a tart. So I just need the top 3 here. And then I'll do a salty that finishes her off and a savory. And then I guess this looks like not too scary. I'm just leaving myself with 2x2s. Okay, so that finishes both of them before I flip the last person. Now, what do I want to get? I can keep 2 ingredients at the end. And I might also want to... that could end up being really useful in my current situation. Or I could save it for next time. So yeah, what if I get her ingredients and I put this one into my supply immediately? I'll plan to potentially get it back with Isabel. And I get a 4x1. I guess that's good. And I'll just get 9, 10 money from her with the spicy bonus. Money, money, money. If I didn't have to pay all these employees, it'd be great. Oh, and this one is dead. Get it out of here so things aren't cluttered, but I can put one more each on these. And who's my last friend? Okay. I can definitely do that, like incredibly easily. So that's good at least. I don't think there's any way I can do her. Is there? If I put the double, that would get me both the salties I need, but then I can't fit those anywhere to do the other stuff. Gosh darn it. I knew I need more salty. Okay, so yeah, I will just do that and finish him off. And actually, I will get the ingredients just to have more flexibility for next round because I'm a little bit worried about that. And he only pays 2 anyway. So she's going to be unhappy. And, oh, that's right. Isabel lets me keep both of these. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have too many ingredients for the final round, but that should give me the flexibility to like serve people really nicely. Because I have 6 left over. And then I'm going to get 5 more for my employees, theoretically, unless like the cash register explode and get rid of one of them. All right, so she does bring my market share back down to 5. I got to pay so many people I don't want to. Please, can you all just quit? 12? Okay, I'm still at 46. I got to get to 60 by the end of the day. Yeah, and 80 for gourmet. Like I said, I've never done a gourmet. Give me a break. All right, I'm not repairing anything. Definitely not. So here we go. Final day. Got to hire somebody. I kind of feel like just making it the cheapest person possible. And this scenario doesn't care about market share at all, by the way. So in those kind of scenarios, you can like get a ton of customers and then just get rid of them and it doesn't hurt you. Some scenarios require you to have a specific market share in addition to money or something else. So it gives you a little bit more to consider in the final round. Yeah. The one strawberry isn't going to be the worst. Like there have been times where I wanted a single thing and he only cost 2. Like really just not having to pay money for him is kind of worth it. Let's see what the last person I could have gotten if I had drawn blindly would have been. Lucy, would have also cost money. Could have given me extra money and would give me a better tile. Well, she would have been better, but so it goes. That's it for employees. Let's see if we get anything breaking. The window display. Nope. So these are done. We don't have to care about them because nothing broke. An increased market share. Again, it doesn't hurt us at all except for spending the money. So I feel like I'm going to go to a 7 for 2, because that's pretty cheap. I'll get 8 with that one guy's ability. And then even if I don't serve some of them, it'll give me, better possibility of getting high rolling, high cost people that can get me the money I need. Because at this point, the nice thing about the final round is you don't have to get any ingredients. They do nothing for you. It's all about the money, money, money. We don't need the money, money, money. We just want to make the world change. Forget about the price. I can't forget about the price tag. I need $60 for a standard victory. Okay, so what am I getting? So much stuff. All right, I am stacked with ingredients. I'm still getting money from... Oh, that's right. I can, if I cover 2 matching icons, I can treat them as a single icon of either type. Single icon of either type. I think they mean of any type, because either doesn't make sense for 2 matching icons. I can get a token into my personal display. I don't think I'll need to do that. Extra money from spiciness. Adding an extra customer I am to get to 8. And Isabel's power is useless this time. All right, here we go. A lot of people to feed. And let's see. We got a decent mix, but some spiciness for extra money. I like that. What I don't love is that they don't have a lot of cash to give me if I complete them. Oh my gosh, let me organize these. I will say, this is pretty cool. I think I've got every single shape. Oh, I'm missing the 3 single one. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff here. All right, first, our 2x5. What do we want? We want everything. What I'm going to look for is a nice, easy to complete one that can get one of these people done. So there, that's a corner, which would perfectly do her. Seems like a good idea. Actually, it's got other stuff they want too. So that's a great 2x5 start. Come on. Woo! Nice. All right, let's knock out... Actually, wait, do I want the chocolate too? And then I could do that one. And if I did that, it's all of hers and a sweet. And then if I did that, I know I'm kind of bombing this one, but that would also get me the savory to complete the sweet person and both. That would literally do all 3 of them. Let's do it, whatever. And I'm taking the money. I don't care. So it's 7, 10, 14 plus a 2 for spiciness. 16. Yeah. And I do still have this or this to, bomb with that or that. So it's nice to have these singles. And I get a whole new set of customers. Man, now I wish I had more than this many. All right, good. We got a few 3s that are worth some good money. All right, next is our 3x3. Remember, we can only use the 4x1 on what we just did. Maybe I should have used it there. I didn't look if I could have. Okay, so 3x3. What do I need? I need a lot of spicy, sweet, and tart. Spicy, sweet, and tart. That seems like the best for those. Let's go for that. Okay, and I've got every tile I could ever need. And don't forget I can double up tart or double up spicy. Although I probably want to wait for that, maybe. Okay, I don't have a T left because that would actually be pretty good there. This here would get spicy, tart, and sweet. But then I also have the salty, and I'd be locking things off a bit. Although I think it's okay. I'm going to do this. Okay, so that takes care of her, right? Spicy. Yes, and then I have an extra salty, which means if I can get a tart and a spicy, I can do them. So spicy and tart to finish this up. I'm liking that. So that was it these ones? Yeah, because she was sweet, tart, spicy. No. Was it these two? Sweet, tart, spicy, and salty, spicy, tart. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it was both of the big ones. And that's getting me, oh my gosh, 13 plus 2 spicy, 15. Maybe I'll finally get gourmet. That'd be cool. All right, so this one's done. Clear out some space, and I can see my last customers. And I still got a ton of places. I can only put one more thing here, but I do have a 3x1 to use it, or like a 2x1 there. All right, let's do our last thing. What do I want? None of these people are worth a lot of money. I mean, I guess each of them is worth 4 because they're spicy at least. And I need a 3x4. Oh, geez, I just realized that corner is going to perfectly take care of him. So I'm really just looking at them. I should have got another customer. Okay, 3x4, 3x4, 3x4. So I just want some spiciness, sweetness, and savoriness. I mean, that seems very easy. Sure, we'll do it there. All right, yeah, I should have gone for more market share. So that finishes this dude and gets me 5. And then, I mean, there's got to be a billion ways to do this, right? I guess that would finish them off. And spicy and sweet, that would finish them off. Okay, that's it. All right, each of them gets me 4 money because of the spicy bonus. And yeah, I had to throw away a lot of ingredients, but I got a lot of money. But I got to pay some people. So we've got 8, 11, 14. Losing 14. So, okay. What does that leave me with? Ooh, what does it leave me with? 74. Oh! Dude, if I could have gotten one more customer, 8 money. Although I don't think I could have done that many icons because I would have run out of my ability to place tokens since I can only do 3 per sheet. So close to gourmet, but I got a solid standard victory. That feels good. All right, so what do I think of Pasteles? I think this one is a lot of fun. It's from the same publisher and the same designer as Conservas, but that one I found got a little bit samey. It was like it's sort of a similar thing where you are spending money to be able to get more money and it's food related. But this one I find a little bit more fun. I'm just a big kind of pattern placing guy. Y'all know I like bullet and such. So just putting these things and trying to find the right way to cover symbols up to feed customers. I find that fun. The variety of the recipes and how you're folding them. Like here, let me show you what day 2 was. Look, you start out with a 5x5, but you're only allowed to put in the 3x3 space in the middle. But then you fold inwards to create that kind of a situation, and you can't use those spaces, but then suddenly you can use these. So the recipes drastically change things up. You'll also have times like this one was a very employee heavy scenario, but sometimes you'll have almost no employees. Sometimes you'll have way more malfunctions. So I think they have great variety in the recipes. And how many are in this prototype they sent me? 11, 12. And again, I haven't gotten gourmet on any of them, so I think they are highly replayable to try to do better. So I like this. I think the choice when you serve customers of getting their ingredients for next time or getting their money is an interesting one. I mean, yes, when you get to the end of the game, you're usually just going for money. But again, not every scenario cares about money. Some of them care more about market share and stuff. But yeah, so that choice of when you want to plan forward for the next turn and when you want to get the money, using the different employees. I do think some of them seem more consistently good, and sometimes the shape will just be better for the scenario you're doing. But I think the variety of employees is fun. The malfunctions are going to be a little bit random. That might bother some people, but you saw sometimes losing an employee wouldn't even necessarily be that bad of a thing. And you can pay and get a bonus that is going to help you in other ways. So while this could annoy people, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, honestly, yeah, this one is just a lot of fun. Probably the worst thing I have to say about it is that it can lead to a lot of analysis paralysis. That's, I think, why they have the timer for putting these out, so you're not perfectly mathing out. But even once they're out, just kind of looking for how to use your pieces and how to fit them in to serve as many customers as possible can really break your brain. This video, I'm looking at the timestamp. This video I've been recording for almost an hour and a half, and I'm guessing by the time all my hums and hahs and thinking time is cut out, you'll probably be watching a video that's 30 minutes or 40 minutes. But, I think having a lot of thought involved and strategy involved in playing a solo game is probably a value add for most people that are going to be checking this one out. So yeah, I very much enjoy Pasteles. I think it's a lot of fun. I like the patterns. I like the variety. I like the gameplay. And again, at least for me, I feel like this one's going to have more staying power than Conservas did. Even though I love bag builders, I just think this one is a little bit more exciting and nuanced in the choices you have to make. So go check out the crowdfunding page, see what you think. And thanks for watching, everybody. Special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, KCW, Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.